Check 1 2. Check 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 1 2. And we're seeing audio. Program. Check 1 2. Check 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 1 2. Let's go here. Like.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Scottsdale Saguaro High School, host site of tonight's Saguaro Showcase. What an event. We have 6 schools here tonight. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vince DeLisio. I am with the Varsity Sports Show, one of your evening hosts, although I'm going to be overshadowed by some much more talented people here tonight, one of which is joining me on the broadcast. His name is Douglas Santo. He will be your quote-unquote play-by-play host tonight. Doug, how you doing?
Doing very good, Vince. I'm excited for tonight, excited to get this underway.
Awesome. I could tell in your voice you sound thrilled, man. Calm down a little bit. Holy cow. Guys, we got a big night tonight. It's going to be a great time. I'm just kidding. It's going to be a great night. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. I want to start off by thanking Athletic Director Matt Harris for giving us the opportunity to cover such an amazing event. We know a lot of these schools. These are schools that we've covered in the past that we continue to cover. Let me start off with a couple here. We have Mountain View, the Mountain View Toros, with a brand new head coach who's a familiar name. We'll get to that name in just a minute. We've got the Horizon Huskies with a brand new head coach and a familiar name on that staff. We've got the Valley Christian Trojans, a perennial powerhouse at the 3A division. We have, obviously, the Saguaro Sabercats, the host team here tonight with a brand new head coach and a familiar name here in the state of Arizona. We have, who am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing, Doug?
We've got Desert Edge.
Desert Edge, the Desert Edge Scorpions, brand new head coach. We're going to get to know that program, as well as another familiar name, the Desert Mountain Wolves, with another familiar head coach and an old friend of our program. So I'm going to turn it over to my friend Doug Santo, who will be your play-by-play broadcaster for the evening. Doug, take it away.
Thank you, Vince. Yeah, as you can see down on the field now, we've got the 7-on-7s going on. We started the evening here with individuals after the players warmed up, and then they broke the field down a little bit, and we got into our 7-on-7s with each of the 3 teams taking their time to go down there and get those 7-on-7s underway. You can see Mountain View down there now in the red, white, and blue. The players switching up, coming in, getting their reps in, and then getting out. From there, we'll go to the offensive versus defensive linemen. We'll have one-on-ones down on the field, and that'll be on the north end of the field. You'll see now they have down on the south end is those 7-on-7s going on. And then we'll switch it up and bring the other 3 schools out. You see Mountain View is down there now, but Horizon was out there earlier. Valley Christian was out there earlier. The 3 teams are kind of mixing it up for now. And then in our next hour, we'll get through to the other 3 schools. But down there right now, Mountain View, led by head coach Andy Litton, who spent the last 3 seasons at Horizon, coincidentally. He comes over after having very much success at Horizon. And Mountain View comes off a season where they lost in the first round of the playoffs to Red Mountain. But they've been very successful in the 6A division lately. Last season they went 8-3, 5-0 in their section that got them first place in the 6A Fiesta section. And a little bit about Andy Litton before we go down to the field. He was a head coach for 10 seasons at Marana High School, and then he became the offensive coordinator at Hamilton High School, and he found success at both those programs very quickly. At Marana High School, he actually coached Trenton Bourget, who's a current redshirt senior quarterback at ASU right now. Currently fighting for a position there at ASU to start. But once he got his 10 seasons down there at Marana High School, came out to Hamilton to be the offensive coordinator for a few seasons. And then he went over to Horizons, where he was a head coach for 3 seasons there. And now he returns to Mountain View, where he actually played in high school. He played at Mountain View and made his name known here in the Mountain View area as a standout player during his high school days, and made the most of it. And now he returns to be the head coach here at Mountain View, replacing the previous head coach, Joe Germain, who was the head coach from 2021 to 2023, and he also played at Mountain View. So you see a little bit of a pattern here with the head coaches. Mountain View likes to bring in guys that know the program, know the type of energy they want to bring in, the guys that they want to coach here, and just bring that familiarity in, so that the players know who they're dealing with, know that it's somebody who's been around the program and knows how to bring success to the program. As you see down there now, they're doing the 7-on-7s with the offense in white, the defense in blue down there. You know, the more the corners versus the receivers, the quarterbacks being able to read the field without having to worry about pressure and not worry about people in his face. And then you see the inside and outside linebackers getting a little bit of coverage game in there. And then the wide receivers being able to show off their hands a little bit, and the corners being able to kind of focus on their technique, how they're covering those receivers. But if we go back to when Horizon was down there, we can talk a little bit about them last season. Horizon went 10-3, 4-1 in their section. That was good for first place in the 5A Northeast Valley. And they actually lost in the semifinals to Desert Edge, who we'll see later today, 18-15. And they have their head coach is new, obviously, because head coach from Mountain View, Coach Andy Litton, was at Horizon last year. But their head coach is Tyson Ditmore now. And he comes from Mountain Ridge, actually, as the defensive coordinator there. But he's familiar with the program at Horizon. He served as the special teams coordinator and the safeties coach in 2021 and 2022. And in 2020, and both those seasons, he was there with Coach Andy Litton. So he knows the program. He's been around the program. Now he gets a promotion there over at Horizon. So the players know him, and it's a familiarity scene. And he also has that title caliber that you kind of want in a head coach. They know how to win. They know how to get there. He won the state title in 2002 when he was playing in high school. He was playing high school in New Mexico out at Las Cruces, and he won the state title there in high school. And then in 2021, when Horizon made their run to the 5A title, he was on that staff as the safeties or special teams coordinator and safeties coach with Coach Andy Litton. And in addition to that 2021 title that Coach Litton and new head coach Tyson Ditmore were a part of at Horizon, they have one other title in their history all the way back in 1994. They've got those 2 5A titles, and then they have one other appearance. They went back-to-back in 94 and 95, but they lost in that 95 appearance. But as we get back, now as we look back down there, Valley Christian's out on the field for their time of 7-on-7s. If we talk about them a little bit, they had a really good season last year, and they've really had they've just been a powerhouse in that 3A conference, as Vince was talking about at the top. They went 11-2 last season, 4-0 undefeated in their section play. That was good for first in the 3A Metro East section. They lost in the semifinals to Paradise Honors in a 72-56 final. A lot of scoring there, and that's head coach Jake Peterson. And he's been there since 2020. A little story about Jake Peterson and how he got to where he is right now. He was a defensive coordinator at Valley Christian, and then since 2014, so he's been with the school for going on 10 years now. And in 2020, he got promoted. And he's made the playoffs every year since 2021. Just one season after he took over, he's taken Valley Christian to the playoffs every year since then, ever since his second season. And they've made the playoffs. They haven't been able to get all the way to that state title caliber yet. But they do have 2 of those. They're both in the 2A division. So they were in the 2A, and they won in 2005 and 2009. And then they were able to get up to the 3A, and they've found a lot of success in the 3A, become a powerhouse. So I guess the next step now is see if they can try to get a taste of that state title. But they have 5 appearances in title games, and those 2 wins, as I said, in the 2A titles. But the last 2 years, they've had extremely successful seasons. Both times making the playoffs, getting past that first round, then it's that second and third round that become a little bit more challenging. Less teams, the tougher teams, not quite being able to get to that state championship. But in 2022 to the 2023 season, they went 9-3. They were 5-0 in the Metro East. That was good for first place. And then they got to the second round, and they lost to Sholo High School 77-42. So as their game last year in the playoffs, a lot of high scoring in those playoffs. Offense is going crazy, and the defense isn't putting up much of a fight. But then the year before, in 2021 to 2022, they went 11-2, and then 3-1 in their section, which was good for second in that 3A Metro East. And then they got past the first, got past the second. Then they lost in the semifinals to Snowflake High School, 44-10. So as you can see, they've had a lot of success lately. As we said, that next step is trying to get to that state title and maybe get a state championship. And I'm sure we'll hear more from the coaches on kind of their perspectives and what they're looking for this season, and really where they think their program's at heading into this new season later on today. Valley Christian's still down there now. We can start taking a look at some of their players and who's out there for them right now. Looks like number 44 just took a snap under center, but now they're switching out. We're going to go down to the field now to Rona. She's going to talk with some people on the field. Take it away. Welcome you back up to the booth now. Thank you for that down on the field, Vince. As now out on the field is Horizon out there for the 7-on-7s. So you can see quarterback Cooper Peel just launched one to the end zone down there. As they switch off, that's number 15, Jace Ashley. Quarterback switching out here looks like number 15, Jace Ashley, and number 8, that's now Carter Puma down there. But the Horizon down there getting their 7-on-7 reps in. As Mountain View and Valley Christian wait their turns on the sideline. Is getting water, getting hydrated on the sideline. It's a hot day out there. Nice firm throw there by Carter Puma. And then Mason Tower comes back with another one along the far sideline. Looks like the teams are taking about 10-15 minutes per for them to get their 7-on-7 drills in. Each quarterback getting 5-6 throws in, getting his arm loose. Nice defensive play there by number 18. So you see Mason Tower launch one to the sideline over there to wide receiver Jordan Partridge, who had broken up over there on the sideline and then come back this way. See the quarterbacks taking turns over there, each getting their reps in. Receivers switching out as Jace Ashley completes a pass there to Tyler Velasquez. A lot of these players trying to make their name known or make a nice play out here, get some playing time out there, as there's a lot of college scouts and coaches here today, just giving them a place to display the talent that they have, and give them a chance to show what they've got, put their name in some coaches' minds, and a little extra work here in the summer, as it's not easy being out there right now in 100 degrees, sun's burning up on the turf. But these guys are coming out here and showing that they're willing to put the work in to try and earn roster spots, try and earn starting spots on varsity, or trying to earn the respect from college coaches and scouts who are coming out. And you see another nice defensive play down there by number 83, Presley Jones. So we get a switch now, and looks like we get 2 new quarterbacks out there now. The new set of receivers for Horizon. Or that is Carter Puma back there. And Mason Tower back out there at quarterback. Looks like on this north end of the field, the linemen are coming back to the sideline here from Mountain View, getting a little break after they had a little bit of one-on-ones in down there. But you should see the quarterbacks getting reps in with receivers, whether it be short screen routes or short slant routes, and then taking a couple deep shots here and there, just getting reps in, working on different short throws, intermediate throws, and then those deep throws, showing off their arm talent, accuracy. As there you saw Jace Ashley go a little high to his receiver out there. But talking a little more about Horizon, last season, or in 2022 to the 2023 season, they went 7-5, 4-1 in their section. So even if they weren't as good in those non-conference or not preseason, but not in section games, some of those more difficult games, they were able to get it done with a 4-1 record in their section, finishing second in the 5A Santan, making it past that first round in the playoffs, and then losing in the second round to Cactus 26-18. And the year before that, in a really, really solid season in that non-conference schedule, going 12-2, and then finishing 3-2 in that Santan section. Good for third place. Finished in third place in that section, but making the playoffs and getting hot at the right time. That was when they made that run to the state championship over Sow Point Catholic.
What you need to do is you need to click on the link and monitor it there. It's on our Twitter. So your picture.
As Horizon comes back to the sidelines now, getting huddled up around their coach, talking about what was going on out there, what he was seeing, talking with the players as Mountain View's back out on the field now.
Should be the first one right there. Yep. Okay, we got audio again.
Mountain View's out there with the white jerseys on offense, with a couple mixed in on the defensive side. Number 20 out there, and then the blue and red on defense. As the quarterback takes the snap back, he rolls out to the left side, fires down the sideline to his receiver, catches on the sideline. Nice catch, toss and grab there. As they center back to get set for the next play. Coach drawing up the play for them. As the defense gets a coach talks with some players in particular, just telling them what he saw, what you can do better, helping them improve. Receivers are splitting out now. They've got their play. Nice time for these kids just to get experience, make some nice plays. So it's a nice throw down the sideline, but a little short, gets picked off by number 22. Really nice play there by number 22 down the sideline, making an impact play. When you've got those sideline passes like that, you want to see him get a little further into the end zone with that pass. Lead his receiver with that. So when it's underneath, the defender has a better shot at tracking it and getting underneath it. Whereas the receiver has to come back to the ball then and try and break it up, play a little defense there. But nice play by the defender there. The running back splits out wide, goes out for a pass here. Quarterback throws it across the middle. Nice catch there by number 2 over the middle. In traffic there. Nice throw by number 5, the quarterback.
Yeah, that's why you're muting here. Now, you need to tell him, you got to watch this, and you got to tell him, look, you got to pan in, you got to pan out. You have to talk to him. That's your job. Okay? Because he was not getting a good view. So as a director, you have to constantly talk to him.
The offense huddles up now and splits out wide. Number 8, who had that first catch of the drive, comes down to the bottom of the screen. Quarterback rolls out. He's going number 8 once again. It's a nice catch there along the sideline, tiptoeing up.
So this is like minimized, is that normal? It's like minimized.
Quarterback getting some nice reps in here. Some nice easy completions. When the defense backs off like that, the quarterback can take those underneath routes and not have to worry about the pass being deflected or contested or anything like that. Takes the snap again, this time rolls out to the right, throws on the run. Nice throw there on the sideline, just through the hands of the receiver as he goes diving off to the sideline. Really nice throw there though, nice tight spiral, quick throw along the sideline where only his receiver could get to it. A little too much juice for the receiver as it got through his fingertips. But nonetheless, the effort is there on a hot day today. As number 5 remains in at quarterback. This time he takes a slant over the middle to number 2. It's a nice catch through traffic for the long receiver. The offense huddles back up here. They split out wide. Number 5 remaining in as the quarterback here. Looking like he's taking most of the reps here. He drops back. This one's a deeper one. He's got the fade in the end zone. What a throw and catch in the end zone. Beautiful throw there, right into the breadbasket for number 15 down in the end zone. Really nice showing there by number 5, the quarterback position. A couple of nice easy throws underneath to get him going, and then they unleash him for a nice fade into the back corner of the end zone. Now it looks like they'll switch sides coming over to this left hash mark. Looks like the coach has the play drawn up. Coach Andy Litton working with this Mountain View group for the first time. Number 21 motions in. Quarterback takes it back. He's going deep once again into the end zone. Broken up. Looks like number 7, the defensive back, got his hands on that and deflected that away. Looks like a few more snaps for Mountain View, and then we're going to get the Horizon Huskies back on the field for their final bit of 7-on-7 action. But as for now,
All right, let's go to the sideline camera.
we keep an eye on Mountain View as number 5 remains in as quarterback, and he darts that right over number 10 in the middle into number 2 for the catch. Really nice throw there. Really, really nice throw there by number 5. Being able to get that over the outstretched arm of that jumping linebacker into the arms of number 2. In a place where only he could get it. Really nice catch by the receiver, extending his arms. Being able to high point that ball and then bring it in. Quarterback's best friend right there when you can high point it, bring it in. Now they're over there on that right hash mark. Little swing pass through the hands of number 18. As coach gets ready to draw up the next play for Mountain View. You can see some hands on the hips as it's a hot one down there as I've said. But these guys are coming out here ready to play, ready to compete. As they motion the running back up next to the quarterback. Takes the snap. Takes it to the running back after he came out of the backfield. A nice catch. Running into some contact with that catch, but holding on. That's what you want to see from your running back, being able to take that contact and make that catch through the contact, making that strong catch. Now they huddle up back on this left side, left hash mark, switching between the hash marks, giving the defense different looks, giving the quarterbacks different ways to read the defense, read his receivers, where they're going, where he has space, where he can fit balls in. As now you see number 17 in at quarterback. A nice throw on the run to number 3. I'd like to be able to see that. It's good when you can see that accuracy when the quarterback's on the run, whether it's obviously in this scenario there's no pressure, nobody to run from, but in real game scenarios when that pressure's come, being able to escape the pocket, move on the run, and then being able to deliver that accurate pass to his receiver. Really important for those mobile quarterbacks and that versatility. So number 17 stays in at quarterback. Now from the center hash, rolls out to number 3 once again. Almost the exact same play. A little bit of a connection, chemistry there between those two. As that'll wrap up Mountain View's time in 7-on-7s as they head back to the sideline. And it looks like we have Valley Christian returning out to the field now. Valley Christian will be out for their second or third time.
Press box camera, you ready?
As number 5 for Valley Christian is in at quarterback for that first rep. Deflected across the middle, goes incomplete. Number 5, that was J.R. Gill, now in at quarterback. Number 7.
All right, we switched to the press box camera.
as number 7 remains under center. Oh, no, that is number 5, excuse me. As he rolled out to his left side, threw back across your body. That's a really hard throw to make. Saw it came up a little short of his receiver. But that's something that really taught not to do, but obviously they're out here practicing, just trying things out. As that snap got away from the quarterback there a little bit. Isaiah Macias, number 1. It's a really difficult situation in in-game scenarios when that ball gets away from the quarterback in the snap, because you got so many things you're thinking about, and then one more thing, the ball rolling away from you. So to be able to see him pick it up composed, think about where he wants to throw it, you like to see that. As now J.R. Gill is back out there for that one snap. Nice completion over the middle to his tight end. As Isaiah Macias comes back out on the field. Macias takes the snap. He dropped a couple steps back over the middle to his tight end or running back, number 29. His receiver, Hank Labrum. You see Labrum kind of finding the pocket in the zone there of the defense, giving his quarterback a target to hit, and his quarterback being able to deliver. JR back out there, finding his receiver, Daniel Hammond out there. Hammond's actually classified as a tight end on the roster. Nice out route there by Daniel Hammond, catching it just outside the left hash marks. As Isaiah Macias is back out there at quarterback. Looks like they're taking one by one. Nice little pass over the middle. Back to his receiver, Hank Labrum. You've seen Labrum get a couple of catches out there, finding those pockets. Not Labrum. As we see the defense switch out for Valley Christian, the Trojans. New set of Trojans come onto the field. As that second team of offense comes back out there, Isaiah Macias at the helm. Nice throw over the middle, slant route to his junior receiver, Christian Shohas. Low snap back to J.R. Gill. Pass a little bit out in front of his receiver over the middle, but it's always hard for a quarterback whenever they gotta reach down to gather that snap and then come back, scan the field, find their receiver, and fire it in there. That one a little outside the reach of his receiver's hands. As Isaiah Macias gets back, delivers that over the middle, just out of the reach of the outstretched arms of his receiver. As that first team comes back in with J.R. Gill at the quarterback once again. As Gill steps back, looking deep, he fires it towards the back of the end zone. Goes up, nice hands grab by his receiver in the end zone. You love it when you can see your receiver go up, high point that ball. The quarterback gives him a shot by putting it up there, gives him a jump ball scenario, and the receiver being able to go up, high point it, get it, keep it, secure it, and get it into the end zone. As Isaiah Macias takes his shot to the end zone, gives his receiver a shot just over his head out there in the end zone. Looks like in a few moments here, we're going to head down to the field to talk with the AD. As that pass was just past his receiver. We're going to head down to the field now to talk with the AD. Take it away.
Heading to camera 2 and 5. TV it shows audio. We can't hear it.
Team, Coach Joe Mickey, unbelievable run with some 9 incredible seniors and some underclassmen. They really had a tremendous
All right, we can hear it now.
They were a state championship runner-up team last year and played the same team in the finals this year. So kind of exacted a little bit of revenge there and took home the first state championship since I believe 2011 for boys baseball.
Sounds great. So,
With our sister school, Conrad Hamilton from Desert Mountain, and we have Desert Edge, the last year's 5A state runner-up, with their new coach, Henry MacArthur. Excited. Our head coach has been working tremendously hard since he got hired, Darius Kelly, and so really excited that he gets to host his first showcase tonight, and I'm just here pitching in, helping him with whatever he needs.
wow, that's great. So I have one more question. What do you hope for these athletes to get to take from this event tonight?
Yeah, great question, Roma. We have over 80 colleges represented here from the Division I, Division II, NAIA, Division III level. So you're going to see some of the best athletes on the field here that have Division I offers already. And so you have Division I coaches that have been making visits all throughout the last couple of weeks here in the Valley. This is really popular spring season for football. And the showcase gives an opportunity for them to kind of see the eye test, get here and see some players that they already know are good players, but see them matched up against some other players and really get to spend some one-on-one time evaluating them. But what's great about this is, not every player is a Division I athlete, and so this gives opportunities for every one of the kids on our rosters. A lot of times what you'll see coming up tomorrow, and Saturday and throughout the weekend, these college coaches will go home, do some evaluating, and you'll start seeing on social media a bunch of these young men that have never even had college offers yet start to get some of their first college offers this spring. So super excited just about giving those young men some exposure to college coaches, see their talents, and hopefully go play college football at the next level.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for answering the question. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Roma. Appreciate you being here. All right. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, thank you, Rona, back here up in the press box. Thank you to the athletic director, Matt Harris, at Saguaro High School for having us out here tonight, providing this amazing event, as he was saying, for all these athletes to be able to show off what they have for all these college scouts and coaches that are out here. As he was saying, a lot of these players may not necessarily be D1 athletes or committed to D1 schools, but this is a place for them to showcase their skills, maybe turn some eyes, raise some eyebrows while they're out here. And as the athletic director was saying, some of these kids will have a really strong showing, and the coaches will reach out and be like you really showed what you're worth. And it's a place for, as he was saying, these kids to show something that they haven't been able to show during the season, or show something as they get ready for their final few seasons in high school, as they get ready for that next level. So thank you to the athletic director for having us out here tonight to be able to broadcast this for you guys, and just putting this event on for all these student athletes. As we have back out on the field for the 7-on-7s, the Horizon Huskies, led by new head coach Tyson Ditmore. As the offense is out there in white once again, the defense out there in green. As quarterback Jace Ashley rolled out to the right side there across the right hash marks and threw it to his receiver. Owen Shaw out there with the catch on the sideline. As the offense huddles back up now. As Jace fires that downfield just outside of the outstretched arms of his receiver, number 6, James Klopfenstein. Nice throw there by Jace Ashley, but just out of the outstretched arms of his receiver, Klopfenstein. As now you'll see Carter Puma out there fighting a ball downfield. A little too far for Klopfenstein, as he went to the ground to try to make a kind of a diving, sliding catch, help his quarterback out there, but wasn't quite able to come down with it. He'd like to see your quarterback, Carter, to be able to put that a little bit more outside for his receiver, allow him to be able to stay on his feet and make a strong catch there. As you see Jace Ashley back out on the field, hitting his wide receiver Matthew Goldberg out there on the flank on the right side. As these quarterbacks flip back and forth. Looks like Jace Ashley stays out there for this one as he fires this one to the sideline just through the arms of his receiver, number 11, Jake Giroux. But Jace Ashley, a quarterback, senior this year, 6 foot tall at 185 pounds. Be looking to impress some college scouts out here today as he heads into his senior season. As Ashley takes the snap, he steps back, fires it across the middle to his receiver, number 3, Jordan Partridge. Hit him right in the stomach, right where you want it to be if you're the receiver, hitting you in the breadbasket. As he crossed over the middle.
Going to the press box in 5.
As Horizon heads off the field, finishing up their 7-on-7 time. Heading down to their gear in the south corner. Looks like we're in a transition period here at Saguaro High School, the football stadium. Thank you all, our audience, for joining us tonight on a nice sunny evening out here, Saguaro High School. As you see Horizon down here on the near side south end zone, huddling up. Then you see Valley Christian out on the far side on the north end in the shade over there, catching some shade, staying out of the sun on this hot day.
Get a shot of the team huddled up over here.
As we're about 6:15 here, about 15 minutes away from us switching our 3 teams. Right now out here we have Horizon High School, Mountain View High School, Valley Christian High School. And then in our next hour we'll have Saguaro High School, the host school here today. And then we'll have Desert Edge. We'll have Desert Mountain as well. As you see Horizon huddling up there finishing their drills and their workout for the day, as they were out here since 4:30. Their window was 4:30 to 6:30. And as we discussed at the top, they had warm-ups for about 10 minutes at the beginning out here from 4:30 to 4:40. Then they went into the field setup where the individuals had individual drills and went through just some warm-ups and getting warmed up, and then the individuals being able to show off their technique, their athleticism, their versatility.
All right, I'll go to commercial in 30 seconds.
That went on from 4:45 to 5. There was about a 5-minute setup for them there. And then from 5 to 6, they went into those 7-on-7s on the field, and then the offensive linemen and defensive linemen had their one-on-ones down here on the north side. As we finish up the first session tonight at Saguaro High School, we're going to head to a break.
This is Riley Robertson. This is Riley Robertson from Arizona. This is Riley Robertson from
This is Nicholas Anderson from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. This Thursday, the Mountain View Toros will compete in this year's 2024 Saguaro SaberCat Spring Showdown against 5 other teams in a 7-on-7 competition, along with some individual activities, and to finish off the event, an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman one-on-one showdown. The Toros, led by new head coach Andy Lennon, finished the 2023 season 8-3 and 5-0 in conference play. The Toros finished off the season with a devastating playoff loss in the first round to Red Mountain 20-14, who would eventually lose to the Saguaro SaberCats in the AIA 6A division. Senior quarterback Jack Germain finished the game passing for 191 yards on 14 of 34 attempts while throwing a touchdown and an interception, and in finishing the game with a total QBR of 57.4. Senior running back Isaac Jean-Pierre battled his way in the trenches, rushing for 47 yards and a touchdown. Wide receiver Mikey Sumka was dominant throughout the game, catching 5 passes for 108 yards and a touchdown. The Toros saw a massive improvement from last year's 2-8 record under new head coach Andy Lennon, former head coach of the Horizon Huskies, winning 6 more games. Incoming junior quarterback Brady Goodman looks to take over the Toros for the upcoming season while splitting reps with Jermaine throughout the season. The Toros will open their 2024-2025 season against the Liberty Lions and continue to build off the success they had last season. This is Nicholas Anderson from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. This Thursday, the Mountain View Toros will compete in this year's 2024 Saguaro SaberCat Spring Showdown against 5 other teams in a 7-on-7 competition, along with some individual activities, and to finish off the event, an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman one-on-one showdown. The Toros, led by new head coach Andy Lennon, finished the 2023 season 8-3 and 5-0 in conference play. The Toros finished off the season with a devastating playoff loss in the first round to Red Mountain 20-14, who would eventually lose to the Saguaro SaberCats in the AIA 6A division. Senior quarterback Jack Germain finished the game passing for 191 yards on 14 of 34 attempts while throwing a touchdown and an interception, and in finishing the game with a total QBR of 57.4. Senior running back Isaac Jean Pierre battled his way in the trenches, rushing for 47 yards and a touchdown. Wide receiver Mikey Sumka was dominant throughout the game, catching 5 passes for 108 yards and a touchdown. The Toros saw a massive improvement from last year's 2-8 record under new head coach Andy Lennon, former head coach of the Horizon Huskies, winning 6 more games. Incoming junior quarterback Brady Goodman looks to take over the Toros for the upcoming season while splitting reps with Jermaine throughout the season. The Toros will open their 2024-2025 season against the Liberty Lions and continue to build off the success they had last season. This is Nicholas Anderson from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. This Thursday, the Mountain View Toros will compete in this year's 2024 Saguaro SaberCat Spring Showdown against 5 other teams in a 7-on-7 competition, along with some individual activities, and to finish off the event, an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman one-on-one showdown. The Toros, led by new head coach Andy Lennon, finished the 2023 season 8-3 and 5-0 in conference play. The Toros finished off the season with a devastating playoff loss in the first round to Red Mountain 20-14, who would eventually lose to the Saguaro SaberCats in the AIA 6A division. Senior quarterback Jack Germain finished the game passing for 191 yards on 14 of 34 attempts while throwing a touchdown and an interception, and in finishing the game with a total QBR of 57.4. Senior running back Isaac Jean Pierre battled his way in the trenches, rushing for 47 yards and a touchdown. Wide receiver Mikey Sumka was dominant throughout the game, catching 5 passes for 108 yards and a touchdown. The Toros saw a massive improvement from last year's 2-8 record under new head coach Andy Lennon, former head coach of the Horizon Huskies, winning 6 more games. Incoming junior quarterback Brady Goodman looks to take over the Toros for the upcoming season while splitting reps with Jermaine throughout the season. The Toros will open their 2024-2025 season against the Liberty Lions and continue to build off the success they had last season.
Okay, let me put
Okay,
this
come
down.
on over here. I want to introduce you to Rona. All right. Rona, this is Coach Wilcox.
Hey, nice
Rona is one of our broadcast interns and journalists joining us this semester, so she's going to interview you. So, Rona, Coach Wilcox is new to Saguaro.
Okay.
So he's from Saguaro. He's the defensive coordinator. He's brand new here. He's from Miami, Florida. So you can ask him about the difference between Florida football and Arizona football. Has embraced him, those questions.
This is Rona Yusufi. I'm just reporting for the Varsity Sports Show, and I have one of the coach here. He is a new coach in Square High School here. Hello, Mr. Clarks. How are you doing today? And how is the game looks like?
I'm doing awesome. I'm happy to be here and happy to be a part of the Saber Cat family.
Good, that's nice. And how many weeks or when did you join the Saguaro High School in this football game?
So I learned about maybe, I would say 2 to 3 weeks ago that I would be getting the job, but I've just started getting around the guys about a week and a half ago. And it's been awesome. It's been an eye-opener about, how great this tradition is and the great the players are. And I'm just happy to be a part of it, ready to keep it rolling.
Sounds great. So, can you tell me what is the difference between the Arizona football game with Florida, please?
I think Arizona is, I would say, a little bit more established with being financially stable with high school football, putting more into it, more organized, getting them recruiting. Florida is a little bit more rougher. I would say better team football out here. Florida probably better individual players, but love Arizona. I think the state is going up in football, and the country is starting to take notice of the great players and great coaches we have here in Arizona.
Wow, sounds great. So, do you think that? So, what do you hope for today's football game that we have? So, what do you think? Who is gonna be the winner, and who's gonna win more games to tonight's event?
It's gonna be us, man. Saguaro, man. I'm hoping that our guys get recruited. As much as our guys get around the coaches, introduce themselves, showcase their talents, that's a win for us. I believe as long as we do what we're supposed to do as coaches, administration, players, we'll be the best team in any game that we play. It's us versus us. It's never about the other team.
Sounds great. Do you think that the tactics that you're using as a coach in this in Arizona in Square High School, do you think that those tactics are going to be very helpful that they can win tonight's game?
Yes, for sure. But I always believe mentality over scheme. If we don't have the mindset to go win, won't win. So that's the big thing for us is mentality over scheme. We want to be able to hit people in the mouth, line up and do it over and over again, and make sure we be a successful team at the end.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I hope your team get win.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
OUAZ Spirit head football. He put his arm on my shoulder. It kind of caught me by surprise. He's a good friend of mine.
Give you a noogie yet.
Yeah.
Just
Mike
at the
Nesbitt.
end.
Coach Nesbitt, you're out here evaluating players. We're not going to ask you about specific players, but what I will ask you about is, are you happy with what you see overall?
Oh, the high school coaches out here the last 2 weeks in the AIA, they've done a fantastic job. The showcases every night and everything that's been going on, and especially here, Saguaro does such a good job with their kids and inviting all these good schools here. But it's been a great 2 weeks for our coaches, and really it's great for the students and the athletes here in the state of Arizona, because look at all the coaches out here, all these Division I, NAIA, and Division II guys. It's fantastic for our kids to get recruited.
9-2 last year for the Spirit, narrowly getting missing a playoff berth. You scored a lot of points. What's it going to take this year?
We had a great team last year. Those kids really, like I told you a lot, they deserve to keep playing in the playoffs, and it was a lot of fun. If we just keep doing what we're doing right now and recruiting and getting in that weight room and running, we got a good chance for next fall. We got a good group of guys out there right now.
All right, Coach Mike Nesbitt, OUAZ, the Spirit. Keep an eye out for them, folks. Coach, thanks again. Good luck. Oh, no.
No, I won't do it to you this time, Big Cat. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you, Coach. All right, I'll keep bothering you.
No, do it. I want to do it.
No, I know.
I do.
All right. Get it done. So.
We got to find a way to keep the lights on.
Yep. How soon? When do you think you'll know, Coach? Because we got
I got a head coach's meeting tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Let me do a little work with Kevin tomorrow, and I'll go from there.
Work on Kevin. All right, got it. Thanks, Coach. Okay, so that was 2 questions. Okay. Now, he answered them. He took his time. He answered them, but 2 questions. So you don't have to ask a lot of questions. 2, 3 questions is pretty good. Ask him about his team. Ask him how he's doing. In, get out, and then we're done. Okay? That was good, though. You asked good questions. We just need to limit them because these guys want to walk around. They want to watch. They want to see things. They don't want to stand here and talk to us for too long. Sure. Okay. Huh?
We welcome you back out here up to the press box as our next 3 set of teams get out there. We've got the host team here, Saguaro SaberCats, down here on the south side of the stadium, stretching. And then we've got the Desert Mountain Wolves as they head off to the far side on the south track over there in the red. And then down here on the north end, we have the Desert Edge Scorpions. Get a little karaoke warm-up in down there. And you just heard from down on the field, you just heard from Coach Kelly for the Saguaros, new head coach for the SaberCats, new head coach Darius Kelly. And the head coaching kind of the history at Saguaro is quite rich. Before Coach Darius Kelly last year was Zach Hill, who spent just 1 season here, but it was a bit of a down regular season for the SaberCats from what Saguaro has been accustomed to, but they got hot at the right time, and they went all the way to the state title game and won the title game. So Coach Zach Hill was here for 1 season and got him a state title here, got the SaberCats a state title, and now he's over with the Seattle Seahawks in the NFL, working with the quarterbacks, being a special assistant over there. And before Zach Hill was the great Jason Mons, who spent 11 seasons here at Saguaro as the head coach. And in 2022, he took a position at ASU as the tight ends coach, as he's now working with new ASU head coach Kenny Dillingham. He's a part of the new staff change over there at ASU, the football program there, as they're trying to turn things around. But with the departure of head coach Jason Mons, who just did amazing things here for Saguaro, amazing things with the football program, took them to 6 straight titles between 2013 and 2018.
Go a little bit more to midfield now.
And took them to 10 of the last 11 state titles, which is insane to say. But great things under Jason Mons. And then Zach Hill took over for a year. And now the responsibilities are to Coach Darius Kelly to lead these Saguaro SaberCats as he gets to know these players better. He's been on the staff. He was on the staff last season working with the defensive backs and the wide receivers, so he knows his guys a little bit, but obviously getting to know the different position groups now
Down there in 5 seconds.
as we head down to the field.
Federico. Yeah. Federico. Hello, everyone. We got another coach. His name is Federico. So, Mr. Federico, how was today's event going, and which team player do you think are like playing very well?
It's awesome. We get a chance to come out here and see a lot of schools in a little bit of time, and all these schools do a heck of a job. We're really excited to get this process rolling with these guys, and Arizona does a great job.
Perfect. So for your team, how do you get preparation for your team that they can just become successful in this type of event?
Yeah, we do a lot of work. Obviously, I'm an Arizona native myself, so it's really easy for me to speak that language of what it's like going from the desert up to the Midwest. But our guys acclimate really well. We got about 10 to 15 guys from this area on our roster, so they do a heck of a job.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. We got another coach. His name is Andy. So I'm gonna ask some questions from Mr. Andy. How are you, Mr. Andy? And how was the game going today?
That was great. I thought our kids showed up. I felt like we were really prepared for today, and I thought they did a really good job showcasing what they have to offer for all these schools.
That sounds great. Do you think that the rules that and the policies that you are following for your own school, and then does it the other schools, do they have the same policy that they are practicing when they're like the game, or also the game, and also especially the football game?
Yeah, I think that in terms of the rules that we're following and what we're doing, it's pretty much the same. The big thing with us is that we've run into is the recruiting changes really has changed the showcase rules, and so we really would just wanted to, it's really cool that we have so many college coaches that went out of their way to make sure it fit for our schedule and our showcase to see our guys work out here today.
Good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, have a nice night.
So we welcome you back up here to the press box as the teams are getting underway with their individual workouts. As you see them splitting up into their different position groups, we've got Desert Mountain down there in the corner. As it looks like we've got the linemen getting down into position, and then at the bleep of the whistle, coming up and getting into stances, getting ready to block. And across the field, you've got each of the different position groups doing their drills. The opposite end zone, you've got the linemen working on getting down low and getting into their three-point stance, and then getting up and moving quickly to get around those offensive linemen. As you see those Desert Mountain Wolves huddling up in the corner of the end zone there, finishing up that drill that they were working on as they head on to the next drill. In these individual workouts we're doing right now, we just got underway. We'll be doing this for about 15 more minutes until 7 o'clock. Then we'll break the field down, and the teams will split chances, being able to do 7-on-7s, inter-squad 7-on-7s, along with inter-squad offensive versus defensive line 1-on-1s. Players getting to go at each other a little bit as teammates, camaraderie, competition, and just showing these college scouts what they have, displaying their talent, trying to show them that there's a place for them on their team. As we just heard down there from head coach Andy Litton, who is now at Mountain View. You could see him repping his red and blue for Mountain View as he comes over to Mountain View for his first season after spending the last 3 with Horizon, as we talked about earlier. Andy Litton just talking about the new recruiting guidelines, and these days with high school sports, you never thought first it went from college and all the recruiting guidelines and changes there with NIL and the transfer portal, and seems like the transfer portal has something within everything in college sports these days, and now it's even reaching the high school level of players transferring from different schools, even transferring between different cities just to be able to try to get their best opportunity to show their skills, so that they can show it and then play at the next level. So he was kind of going through those guidelines and talking about how that's affected his team and the process of them recruiting players for their team. And then as now we're getting a look at the Desert Edge Scorpions out there. Or no, this is still Red Mountain. This is still Desert Mountain out there in the maroon, as they're doing some drills around the cones, or they're working on their footwork, turning the corner, and then getting their eyes up to see the ball as the coach tosses it to them, getting those hands up, strong hands, securing the ball.
All right, sideline camera, are you ready?
As we've got another interview for you down there on the sideline, as we get ready to go see who Rona has, which coach we'll talk to next, or player.
Okay. Yeah. Hello everyone, we got another student that he is playing today. So he's a student from Horizon School.
I'm Jax Markovich, tight end, class of 2025.
Okay, sounds great. So Mr. Jack, right?
Jax.
Okay, Jax, could you tell me your journey and your experiences at the Horizon Schools and football playing game?
Yeah, so, I started varsity as a sophomore and then went to junior year, and then our head coach ended up moving to another school, so we got a new head coach, and it's been a great transition. I mean, we're getting in the spring. We've been smooth, energy's high, practices are fun, so it's been great a few years. I'm excited for senior year, obviously.
Wow, that's great. So I will ask you one more questions. What are the strengths of the Horizon students that they become successfully play the game and they get the win from the sports show?
Yeah, the biggest thing is working hard. Work hard in the classroom, work hard in the weight room, and work hard on the field. We do everything at 100%. We do everything to win. So that's all about Horizon. That's all we do. So.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
This is Riley Robertson from Arizona State reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. This Thursday, the Saguaro SaberCats will participate in the 2024 Saguaro SaberCats Spring Showdown against 5 other teams from the area. This showdown consists of multiple different elements, including an individual showcase, 7-on-7 showdown, and finishing with an offensive line versus defensive line one-on-one competition. In the 2023-2024 season, the SaberCats finished with a solid 9-5 record, ranked 6th in the state of Arizona. They then went on to win the 6A Arizona High School AIA State Championship, defeating Red Mountain High School 40-20. This was their 4th team championship in program history. Despite their less than stellar record, they were able to overcome adversity throughout the season and the playoffs. Throughout the season, they battled through injuries and hard times, but were able to rally their team together and win the state championship. Last year, they were led by their head coach, Zach Hill, who has now moved on to become an offensive assistant for the Seattle Seahawks. Before his 2 years as Saguaro's head coach, he spent 2 seasons as Arizona State's offensive coordinator. Due to Coach Hill's departure, the SaberCats will be led by Darius Kelly. Coach Kelly was previously the defensive back and wide receiver coach for the SaberCats and got promoted to be head coach for the 2024-2025 season. The SaberCats have had 3 head coaches in 3 years, but have still had success despite their short-tenured coaches. Despite Coach Kelly having large shoes to fill, the program is excited to see what they can accomplish this year. The Saguaro SaberCats will be looking to defend their state title this year, so we should have an exciting season ahead of us. From the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Riley Robertson.
We welcome you back to the Varsity Sports Show as we're out here at Saguaro High School for the live competitions here that the SaberCats are hosting as we're back down on the field, getting a close look at the players in their individual competitions here. Just got a chance to hear from Rona talking to tight end Jax Markovich from Horizons High School. He's a 6'5", 230-pound tight end going into his senior year. This showcase is a nice place for players like Jax to be able to display their talents for these scouts, these coaches, as he goes into his final year in high school. Being able to just show a little bit extra than he can just during the regular season. These individual drills and the 7-on-7 where he can show more of his technique, the athleticism, his versatility, and where the coaches can more focus on him while he's out there. And just, he talked about hard work and all that, just making the most of these opportunities. So we thank you, Rona, and thank you, Jax, for joining us. So we're back down on the field watching the Desert Edge Scorpions and their individual drills right now. So the quarterback's dropping back and hitting his receivers on their individual routes right now. As you see a little side-by-side drill of the
Sideline cameras live.
quarterback going to the receivers running a specific route, the quarterback trying to hit him with accuracy and velocity with those throws. And then next to them, you've got the defenders working on shuffling back and forth, following the ball, and then being able to high point the ball in the air. As we head back out to the wide view, you can see across the field, you've got the Desert Edge Scorpions in the middle on this near side. Then on that far side in the middle, you've got the Desert Mountain. We're going to go down to the field now with Coach Ditmore from Horizons.
Sideline camera, you ready?
I didn't have lunch. I just get my
Oh
memory.
man, you gotta take care of your body.
All right, sideline camera.
I just in a
Take care of your
hurry.
body. Eat.
Hello, everyone. We got another coach from Horizon School, and so I'm gonna ask him some questions. Hello, Horizon Tyson. How was the game, and how was your team going?
Well, I think we came out and we competed. One of our main goals is we wanted to be super fast today. and knowing that the environment is pretty electric. And we wanted our kids to get shown off, and I think they responded well. They had a great time in talking with coaches, and just a good experience for our team overall.
Great. How many years have you been the coach of Horizon School?
Well, so I'm going into my 3rd month as the head coach, but I was under Coach Litton for 2 years at Horizon, and I was in the district for about 4 total years, going into my 6th year of coaching.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
So we head back up to the press box now. Thank you, Coach Tyson Ditmore, new head coach at Horizon. He came from Mountain Ridge as the defensive coordinator. But he returns to Horizon, knowing those kids, knowing those players, served as the special teams coordinator and safeties coach in 2021 and 2022 before he went over to Mountain Ridge for a year as the defensive coordinator. And both those seasons were under the then head coach, Andy Litton. So a tight little circle there and tight circle of coaches here. It's kind of connecting the dots around. But a strong season from Horizon last year, going 10-3. First place in the Northeast Valley section in the 5A district. And then getting to the semifinals and the playoffs. So Coach Ditmore has talent to work with over there at Horizon, and he'll be looking to make it back to those playoffs and maybe make it past the semifinals next year and make some noise in the playoffs. So we're going to head back down to the field to get an interview with our Valley Christian head coach, Coach Jake Peterson. Take it away, Ronan Vince.
Everyone, we got another coach from Valley Christian team. So I'm gonna ask him some questions. Hello, Mr. How is your team going today?
Team's going pretty well. We had around 65 of our varsity guys up here today, and it's pretty strong performance by some guys. We're a smaller school, but we got some pretty big kids. So we're pretty excited to be in front of some high quality coaches and be able to perform at a high level.
That's great. Could you tell me one of the most good memory that you had in your team, and the memory that you had that you enjoyed a lot, and then you were super happy about that memory?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think exceeding expectations from the previous year. I mean, we lost 22 seniors from the previous class last year, and people didn't have very high expectations of us coming back the next year. Thought we might be a 500 team, and we ended up going 11-3 and be better than the year before. So I think exceeding expectations is one of the things that we kind of hung our hat on this year, and they had a theme of prove them wrong, and so I think they pretty much did that. Has proved a lot of the doubters of them wrong this last year, and so I think that's probably the favorite memory that I have from this last season.
That's great. So I have one more questions. Who was the most best player tonight? I mean, in this event.
Mm-hmm. There was quite a few kids that stood out to me. I would say from a pass catching standpoint, Daniel Hammond probably had a lot of some of the best catches that we had. Caden Palmquist the same. J.R. Gill probably had a great night as well at quarterback. So we had some standout guys this evening, and I didn't get to see our linemen as much, but from what I heard, they had a pretty strong performance over there as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
So these are some of our players that we have as well. If you want to, sticking around too. So Vince, these are 4 of our guys from our team right here.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So Addison's a senior, Ethan's a senior,
okay,
or going to be a senior.
Okay.
And Hudson's going to be a junior.
Are you done?
Okay. Those 3 are linemen, and Ethan is a back.
Perfect. Okay.
We welcome you back up here to the press box. Thank you, Rona and Coach Peterson, as we spoke with Valley Christian head coach Jake Peterson down on the field just now. Now we've gotten to speak with Coach Ditmore from Horizon, Coach Litton from Mountain View, and Coach Peterson from Valley Christian, our three teams that were underway at this showcase in the first 2 hour session, or the first hour session. Going 2 hour, yeah, going from 4:30 to 6:30. Mountain View, Horizon, and Valley Christian. It looks like we've got another player down on the field with Rona for another interview. Rona, take it away.
Hello everyone, we got another student from Horizon School. I'm gonna ask him some questions. Can you tell me your name, please?
Jace Ashley.
Just Ashley, could you tell me how did you get preparation for this event tonight?
Our new coach, Tyson Ditmore, he came in and he's brought a lot of energy. He's gotten us ready, prepared all week. And yeah, just getting prepared all week, working hard in practice.
Okay, perfect. I want to ask you one more question, which is about who was the most valuable player today among your group?
MVP, I'd say probably Jax Markovich. He put on a show. Our big D1 tight end, 6'4", he can move, he can block. He's just all-around athlete, so yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and good luck for your game. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Rona, and thank you, quarterback Jace Ashley, talking down on the field with him. 6-foot quarterback, senior, as was our senior tight end that we talked to from Horizon earlier, Jax Markovich. As you heard Ashley talking about Jax, giving him credit for saying he was a team MVP today, showing off his skills at this showcase. And we're going to head back down to the field here as Vince has two players from Mountain View High School. Take it away.
All right, guys, we are here with Beckham Barney and Mikey Sumko. We got a linebacker, we got a wide receiver here from the Mountain View Toros. Guys, a lot of excitement around your program. Brand new head coach coming off postseason. What's the expectation? How are you guys feeling here in the offseason?
We're feeling great. We got a lot of key players returning, so the new staff coming in with Coach Litton, it's been great, adapting to the system, and really excited about what's to come this season.
Coach Litton's run some pretty high-powered offenses, likes to keep it on the ground. He's well-balanced, but he'll throw it up there once in a while. How are you feeling about the passing game?
Super excited. Like you said, he's new coach, new playbook, so we're just getting that down, going through it slowly. I'm excited, so it's going to be a good season.
How's the line?
It's good. We have a lot of big linemen, which something in my past 3 years here, we don't return a lot of them, but this year we actually do return a few of them, so should have some.
Okay, let's focus on your position group here real quick. Linebacking core. Tell me about the linebacking core.
We're good. We have a soon-to-be junior, Rank Ariel. He'll be up there too. Nick Sosha, he'll be good. So, yeah, we're going to have a good team. It's going to be good.
How about that Barney guy?
He's all right.
Yeah, if you had to rate yourself, what would you say?
Not that good.
Scale of 1 to 10. Come on, 10 being greatest.
I'm like a 2.
Oh, come on.
I gotta grow on.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I've seen you play. All right, what about you, the receiving core? Pretty deep?
Yeah, so we lost a couple guys, but, yeah, we got some young guys, Talon Arnett, Steve Meadow, Zach Galaviz. I mean, some guys are just going to step it up. They're the type of guys that get after it and get some extra work in, so I'm super excited. We're going to be good.
All right, guys, keep an eye on the Mountain View Toros opening game. You guys are in California, I believe. Oh, man, I hope to. I want to go out there. All right, guys, keep an eye on the Toros. This is Vince signing out. Clear. Nice job, you guys. All right, man. Hey, nice job. Sorry about the name thing.
No, you're good.
Thank you, Vince, for that joyful interview down with the linebacker and receiver from Mountain View. As they talked about, they've got a lot of returning players this year, and that's good news for them and news for News for optimism for next year as they get Andy Litton in, who's known for his success, and they were very successful last season, going 8-3 and 5-0 in their section. So the sky's the limit for them going into this season for the Mountain View Toros. As it looks like we have 4 more players down on the field from Valley Christian with Rona. Take it away, Rona.
Sideline cameras live.
4 students from another school, so I'm going to ask your names and ask some questions. So could you tell me what's your name and what's your position, please?
Hudson Pickett, defensive end and right guard.
Sounds great. And you?
Ethan Gomez, corner and receiver.
And can you tell me your name?
I'm Addison Morgan. I play right tackle and defensive tackle too.
Okay, perfect. And you?
Jackson Quia, I play left guard.
Good. Thank you so much. So I will ask you a couple of questions. So what was your preparation for the next game that you can be successful? I mean, play the game and also you can be the winner.
Honestly, just sticking to the game plan and having confidence in the brother next to us. There's a good group of men that we've been growing up together and playing together. We just have that relationship with being able to trust the guy next to us, and I think that's what pushes us over the end to be able to win that game in the end.
Yeah, sounds great. So another question, who was your most favorite player today that he was playing very well?
Probably Jackson Kuyat.
What was the reason that, how did he play that he was very successful?
Just a physical guy. I mean, very technical, stuck to his game plan, and yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, guys, and good luck for your next game. Thank you.
Welcome you back up to the press box. Thank you, Rona, for that. And with those 4 different Valley Christian players talking about their events today. As you can see, some one-on-ones going on down on the field right now between receivers and defensive backs, with the quarterbacks getting reps in. It's a nice throw to the sideline just through the arms of number 11. As that's the Saguaro SaberCats out there now doing their drills. As the receiver does a little stop route, comes back to it. It's a missile thrown to him just through his hands, but a nice diving attempt.
And a little bit to the right, so we can get the quarterback throwing it as well.
It's a nice little out route there by the receiver. Quick feet, getting a little bit of separation, giving the quarterback a window to throw to. As he catches it out on the flank, going up the sideline, finishing out the route. The running back comes out of the backfield, does the same thing. Nice hands. As you'll see the receiver matchup down at the bottom of the screen now.
All right, we're going to go to the sideline camera.
And what a throwing catch. Nice little go route there. As now we've got a fade route down the sideline. What a catch by number 44. Quarterback dropping into the basket over his head. The over the shoulder catch along the sideline. Now we've got a route, post route inside, very nicely defended, getting his hands up in the receiver's grill, and then breaking that up by number 26 for the SaberCats. So you can see he's excited about that play as he runs back. Gets a nice high five, good job from the coach. This receiver's going to the end zone, nice little wheel route all the way to the end zone. Jump ball in the end zone, what a catch. He mossed him. Wonderful throw by the quarterback there, back of the end zone, giving his receiver a chance to go up, get a jump ball. Is that little out route to the outside just through the hands of the receiver, number 6. As we get set here on the bottom of the screen. Got it coming straight at you, right in your living room. What a, oh, just incomplete. couldn't quite survive the ground when he came down with that. Was able to high point in the air, but ground forced that ball to become incomplete. So now we've got a nice little post route, quick slant, really, a little shorter than a post. Over the middle, but nicely defended by number 33. Now I've got a straight go route by the running back. Quarterback drops it just out the outstretched arms of his receiver in the end zone. Now I've got a nice little one-on-one going down at the bottom of the screen. Little hand fighting, trying to create that separation. The defender staying right with him. Nice work by the defender, getting his hand in there to separate the ball from the receiver. And now we see a little bit of switching up at the positions. New guys getting in, new guys getting reps. We've got a one-on-one matchup here going in the slot.
I'm on the sideline camera.
Receiver runs right by him on the fade route. Nice little corner route on the sideline. Quarterback put it just out of the reach of the receiver's arms, but a good throw there. A little stop route comes back, but the the defender breaks it up there.
Press box camera. Let's go over to the right end zone.
You see the running back doing a little out and up route there. Throw a little too far out in front of him for him to be able to catch up with that. Good job by the defender there, being able to stay with the receiver, not giving him any separations. There's a quick slant route. Really good footwork there by the receiver, being able to create some separation there. This little post-stop route comes in the middle of the field, cuts back in, gives the receiver a nice open target, or gives the quarterback a nice open target. Excuse me. We're going to head to commercial now as these individual events are underway.
We're going to go to commercial break.
We'll be back after the break.
Let's take a look at the Desert Edge Scorpions as they are set to participate in the football spring showcase. This is a team that went 11-3 last year and made it all the way to the AIA state championship game, where they lost a heartbreaking defeat, 42-41, losing to Higley. Last year, their starting junior quarterback, Hezekiah Milner, threw for over 2,000 yards, passed for 26 touchdowns, and threw 8 interceptions. He also ran for over 600 yards and scored 8 touchdowns through the ground. Their rushing leader, who had over 1,000 yards and 13 rushing touchdowns, Malachi McKinnon, graduated. Their third rushing leader from last year, junior Iron Thomas, had just under 600 rushing yards and scored 4 touchdowns. A pair of the Scorpions' leading wide receivers from last year were both seniors, Kezion Johnson and Jacqueline Anderson. Both had over 50 receptions, over 700 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So the Scorpions will be looking to replace their production from last year. And look for junior wide receiver Julian Montekiva to make an impact, as last year he had just under 300 receiving yards and scored 2 touchdowns. On the defensive side of the ball, middle linebacker Joshua Hopkins was second on the team last year with 90 tackles. The Scorpions returned 4 players that recorded at least 1 interception. For the special teams, senior Cole Rogers went 45 of 47 on PATs and knocked down both of his 2 field goal attempts. This is a loaded team that is looking to get back to the title game and avenge a heartbreaking defeat from last year. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Mac Pham.
We welcome you back to the Varsity Sports Show as we're out here at Saguaro High School for the SaberCats showcase here. As right now during this hour we have the Desert Edge Scorpions, the Desert Mountain Wolves, and the Saguaro SaberCats. As Saguaro just finished up their one-on-one period in the center of the field. As the Desert Edge Scorpions make their way out onto the field. In the end zone, we've got all three teams doing some individual drills here. Got the Scorpions in the center there doing some lineman work. Then you've got the Saguaros on this near side of the end zone and the Wolves in the far side of the end zone in the maroon. As this showcase goes on today, we've got a lot of different D1 scouts and coaches here today, taking a look at these players, giving these players an opportunity to showcase their skills, and just ample opportunity to show what they can bring to the table at the next level in college once they graduate and look for what they're going to do with the next steps in their life. Looks like we've got the Wolves up in that left-hand corner in the maroon doing some one-on-one drills with linemen over there. Practicing getting off the line quickly, getting out of that three-point stance and rushing the passer, getting around that outside lineman, that tackle. Talk a little bit about the Desert Mountain Wolves. They went 9-2 last season, 4-1 in their section. That was good for second in the 5A Northeast Valley section. They made it the playoffs, and whenever you finish that high in your section, you can be invited to the Open Division, which is basically the best of the best teams competing in the playoffs. And so they accepted that invitation to the Open Division. They did lose in the first round, but just playing in that Open Division is a huge accomplishment. They lost to Centennial, who ended up playing in the title game. Their head coach, Conrad Hamilton, has had amazing success. He's been there since 2019. And they had gone to the semifinals and lost in the semifinals the previous 2 years prior to last season. So continued improvement of going to the 5A semis 2 years in a row, coming up a little short, and then being invited to the Open Division last year. Just continuing to improve on those accomplishments. A little bit about Coach Hamilton. He came from Chaparral as a defensive coordinator, and he won 2 state titles while he was there. He also played 6 seasons in the NFL with the Giants and the Falcons. So he knows what it takes to get to the next level. He has experience there, and working with these athletes at Desert Mountain, he can train them and give them the skills necessary to get to that next level. Something really interesting about the Desert Mountain Wolves is they've never appeared in a title game, so that could be a really big accomplishment as Coach Conrad Hamilton builds up this program. And they've found immense success over the last few years. But appearing in a title game would be a huge accomplishment for the school, for the program. As you see the linemen down in the end zone, in the center of the field, we've got the Desert Edge Scorpions in the center doing their one-on-ones. Each team gets 7-minute period on this north end doing their one-on-ones, and then they rotate through. As right now the Scorpions are out there. We just got through seeing the SaberCats out there for their 7 minutes rotation. As right now, the quarterbacks are just practicing evading pressures, moving around in the pocket, and then throwing to the receivers. No defense out there right now. The receivers just working on their route running. The quarterbacks working on their pocket presence and delivering strong throws. As you see him working on throwing on the move there. Nice throw over the middle to his receiver. That was about a 30-yard pass. Nice arm strength there by the quarterback. As he works on evading pressure, running outside the pocket, and throwing on the run there to his receiver. About 15 yards down the field there. As the receiver runs a little out and up there, quarterback delivers a beautiful ball down the sideline inside the 10. Receiver catches it just along the sideline. Probably the best throw we've seen in during this station for the Wolves quarterback that was out there. Really nice ball, dropped it right in the receiver's lap as he was down the sideline there. Nice arcing, about 30-yard pass. Now we've got a switch at quarterback. New one in there for the Wolves. The receiver runs a quick out route. Nice on-target pass by the sideline as the receiver can turn upfield there. Now he goes to the other side of the field. Another nice throw. Good hands by the receiver, extending it, high point in the ball. Quarterback kind of working through the progressions of working on these short throws, then they'll go to the intermediate throws and then get into the long throws, kind of working his arm out, loosen it up. The deep one, a go route to his receiver. Beautiful throw into the end zone.
Sideline cameras live.
As you can see down in the south end zone for the lineman drills. So we showed you the wide shot of this earlier. Now you can see up close and personal with these linemen as they get some individual work in. These are the Desert Edge Scorpion linemen. A little bit more about Desert Edge. They have a new head coach this year, Coach Henry MacArthur. Their previous coaches, Marcus Carter and Mark Carter, have really built up this Desert Edge program. There was a little bit of recruiting violations just with some online back and forth a coach had with a parent that crossed recruiting violations, and the brothers were suspended for 2024-25 season, and just to help the school with the process and make it easy on the kids, the brothers resigned, the Carter brothers, the coaches resigned, and so Desert Edge has found Henry MacArthur to take over the program this season. Desert Edge last season was 11-3. They went 4-1 in their section. That was good for second in the 5A Desert West. And they got hot in the playoffs. They made the playoffs in the 5A tournament, or 5A playoffs. They went all the way to the championship game, and they lost to the top-seeded Higley High School, 42-41. Super close. Nail biter. That was Desert Edge's fourth appearance in a title game. They do have one title win. It was in the Division III playoffs. They won that title in 2015. Since then, they've moved up to the 5A division. The last couple seasons, Scorpions have found a lot of success under the Carter brothers as coaches. In 2022 to the 2023 season, they went 8-4 and were 3-1 in their section. Finished second in the 5A Desert West section, and they got past the first round of the playoffs, then lost in the second round to Higley once again. In fact, in the last 2 years, they've lost to Higley by a combined 4 points. They lost 42-41 in the championship game last year. Then they lost 45-42 in the second round of the playoffs 2 years ago. So there's a little bit of maybe revenge on the Scorpions' mind with Higley High School, as those two have been competing at the top of the 5A division. And then 3 years ago, the 2021-2022 season, Scorpions went 10-3. They were 5-0 in their section. They placed first in their 5A Desert West section, and they made it to the semifinals and then lost a close one to South Point Catholic. But new reigns now at Desert Edge. The Scorpions will be looking to new coach Henry MacArthur take over the program and continue the success they've been working on. As you see the linemen working there as they get in their three-point stance, working on getting around the interior linemen to get to the quarterback, rushing the quarterback as they go through the different positions, different defensive tackle positions, worked against the inside lineman. Now he's working against the center right there. Now you get rotation of players in there now. Is really nice work there by that interior offensive lineman there, keeping that defender away from his quarterback, away from the pocket. A really good, really intense one-on-one battle there. It's what you like to see, the competitiveness here. Really competitive, knowing that there's coaches here that are watching them, putting the effort in, going full effort no matter what. It's what you love to see out of these student athletes. Again, really nice work of that right tackle being able to lose his ground a little bit, but keep that defender from knocking him over and really getting through him. So you see a quick move by the defensive lineman getting around the linebacker, being held maybe a little bit. Oh, the lineman there got around the lineman pretty quickly, getting to the quarterback as he celebrates with his teammates in the back there. The linemen are using a little bit of speed here to get the defensive lineman using a little bit of speed here to get past those offensive linemen. That left tackle did a really good job of holding his ground, staying strong, not letting that edge rusher get past him and get to his quarterback. As we get a new rotation here now. As we go back out here to the wide shot of the field over on the south end. As you see the Red Mountain Wolves now out there for their 7-minute session. Now you've got the full 7-on-7 out there. The offense wearing the yellow pennies. Nicely defended there by the corner. Staying arm in arm with the receiver, not letting him get any separation, not really giving the quarterback a target to throw to.
Pan a little bit to the right, a little bit, just a little bit. There we go, that's good.
The quarterback takes the snap, drifts back a bit, throws it in double coverage. Nice defense there by the two defenders. Good show of that this is competition, but these guys are teammates. At the end of the day, helping each other up down there at the end of that play. As a new set of receivers come in. Defensive back gets up in the grill of the receiver at the bottom of the screen. Press. Quarterback goes out wide to the running back in the flank. Nice pitch and catch there. Want to take an opportunity to thank our listeners tonight. We're out here at Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, Arizona for our 2024 Saguaro High School Showcase. It's featured 6 teams today. We had Horizon, Mountain View, and Valley Christian in our first 2 hours. The first hour here live on Varsity Sports Show. They were out here from 4:30 to 6:30. We caught them live from 5:30 to 6:30. And then Desert Mountain, Desert Edge, and Saguaro came out. They've been out here since 6:30. They'll be out here till 8:30. We'll cut off at 7:30. So thank you to all our listeners for joining us tonight as these athletes get a chance to showcase their talents to all the different coaches who are out here and scouts who are out here ready to listen, or not listen, but watch them and see what they can bring to their programs in the future. In a few moments here, we'll send it down to the field to have the Desert Edge Scorpions head coach,
Sideline camera, you ready?
Henry MacArthur, down there with Rona. Whenever you're ready, Rona, take it away.
Sideline camera's live.
Henry. Hello everyone again. So we got another coach. He's Henry, and he's gonna talk about his team. So, Mr. Henry, how was your team today, and were they successful or they were not?
So far, do I hold it? Yeah. All right. So far, I'm loving how they're looking. We're coming out with some great energy. Guys are excited to be here. We're excited to be here. This is our 3rd year here at the Saguaro Showcase, so we're very thankful to Saguaro and the whole coaching staff and administration for having us here yet again. And I think our guys are looking good, getting some valuable reps in front of the colleges, which is what we're here for. So it's been a big success so far, and I think we got probably another 30, 40 minutes out here, so hopefully we finish off strong.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And there's one more question. How do you work with your teams, and exactly how do you improve your team?
I think it all starts with the mindset. So we train the mindset first of all. So we got to train the mindset for guys to be bought in together, working hard and doing the right things at all times, and putting the team before themselves and working at the things that aren't as fun. So the weight room, conditioning on the track, that type of stuff. So if you can get guys bought in to working hard at the stuff that isn't fun, then when game time comes and practice comes, they get to put the helmets on and play football. It's easy money.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you.
So here's a big no-no.
Thank you, Rona, and thank you, Coach Henry MacArthur, down on the field for Desert Edge Scorpions. As you see, we've gotten back to the start of our rotations here with Saguaro High School out there back on the field. As Saguaro gets underway with their second session of their 7 minutes to do their 7-on-7s. We've now gone through one rotation with Saguaro starting us off. Desert Mountain out there second, then Desert Edge, the Scorpions finishing it off. Back in the second rotation now. Quarterback out to the flank, to the tight end, number 44. Nice hands catch there. And we'll head to a commercial now. Stick around. We'll be back after the break here on the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, I'm Thaddeus Mitchell reporting for Texas Southern University on the Varsity Sports Show. Under the astute leadership of head coach Conrad Hamilton, a former New York Giant and Atlanta Falcon, the Desert Mountain Wolves have solidified the position as one of the state's football powerhouses. Following a modest 3-7 record in 2018, Hamilton's appointment 5 years ago brought stability and marked the beginning of the Wolves' ascent to the upper charts of Arizona football. Hamilton's unwavering commitment and positive energy have fostered a culture of excellence and relentless effort within the team. In the 2023 season, Desert Mountain enjoyed considerable success, guided by Coach Hamilton to a stellar 9-2 overall record, earning them the 16th rank in Arizona. Positioned at an impressive number 2 in the Northeast Valley section with a 4-1 record, the Wolves showcased the talent on the field. Quarterback Brady McDowell's 21 touchdown passes with wide receiver Dylan Tapley's 9 touchdowns and 60 yards per game, and running back Max Sherr's 64 yards per game were instrumental to the team's achievements. Despite their remarkable season, the Wolves had faced disappointment in the 2023 AIA State Football Playoffs, falling short to the Centennial Coyotes with a score of 24-3 in the first game. Coach Hamilton's influence extends beyond the field anyways, with many players earning scholarships to Division I colleges, a testament to the program's commitment to nurturing talent. Notable alumni like Kyle Allen of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mark Andrews of the Baltimore Ravens showed Desert Mountain's reputation for producing top-tier athletes. As the team continues to write their story on the gridiron, they do so with knowledge that they are not just playing for themselves, but for a legacy built on hard work, perseverance, and the spirit of the Desert Mountain Wolves. Again, I'm Thaddeus Mitchell from Texas Southern University, and thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show.
We welcome you back out here to Saguaro High School, out here in Scottsdale, Arizona, on the Varsity Sports Show for the Saguaro SaberCats Showcase. As the SaberCats are back out on the field for 7-on-7s. Got the same quarterback out there in the green jersey, number 7. So he launches this one downfield, a little too far for his receiver. Showing a nice arm there on that throw, about a 45-yard throw.
All right, let me let Doug know. This is Coach Hamilton. Desert Mountain, correct?
So we're going to head down to the field where Rona has the Desert Mountain Wolves coach Conrad Hamilton standing by. Take it away, Rona.
Yep.
Super excited. We got another coach, Connor from Desert Mountain. So I'm going to ask him some questions. How was the team today going and how was their performance? Do you like their performance?
Yeah, I thought the kids came out here with a lot of energy. You know, it's our last day of spring ball practices, so it's good to do it in front of a bunch of college guys. Got a chance to leave our own campus and get here and come out here and kind of perform and do our best. We're still trying to get better. We got a lot of young guys on our roster, so we want to utilize this as a practice session as opposed to a performance session, so to speak, for coaches. But yeah, it's been good. We like it.
That's great. So usually, what are the tactics that you are using to improve your team and that they can learn it better and they can play successfully?
Well, I think number one or whatever, everything starts, you know, from our strength and conditioning segment, you know, in the morning with our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Engard. But then after that, you know, once we're on the field or whatever, we're still really in learning mode. So a lot of whole teaching, walkthroughs, group teach, individual, and then trying to put it all together, maybe some 7-on-7 and team periods and stuff like that. But we have a lot of young players, and we're just still trying to get them to learn our system and schemes, and most importantly, learn how to run, have fun, and play good, sound, fundamental football on both sides of the ball.
That's great, dude. So it's a lot of work, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you get sometimes like some seasons off, like for your students and also for yourself?
Yeah, you know what? It's been so during the off season we train Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with our strength program, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays we were doing what we call our OTAs, our off season, athletic performance period stuff. We'll do 60 minutes of athletic performance, speed, power, and agility, and then we'd move into like a 90-minute segment of football skills and fundamentals. So we've been doing that since March, lifting, since the 1st of January. So it's been a long off season. The kids will take off from tomorrow all the way until the day after Memorial Weekend and focus on finals next week, and then, put their feet up a little bit for the Memorial vacation with their families and be ready to go for a couple weeks in the summer. We'll do 4 weeks, take 2 weeks off, June and into June and first part of July, and then we'll have another 4 weeks in July, and then we'll start our season officially. So yeah, we're going to try to give them the rest that they need. We don't want to wear them down too much to where they're not excited about being out there on the field.
Yeah. Good. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and nice to meet you.
You bet. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you, Rona, for that, and thank you, Coach Hamilton, for taking the time to spend a few minutes with us talking about his Desert Mountain Wolves. Saguaro just finished up their 7-minute time period out on the field for their 7-on-7s, as now it's the Desert Edge Scorpions back out there. While we've got the time, I want to thank Saguaro High School for giving us a chance to broadcast this tonight. Saguaro's got a rich history of football here, one of the powerhouses in Arizona. They have 14 championships, 14 state titles in their history, which is the second most of all schools in Arizona. They've won 13 in the last 17 years, which is crazy when you think about it. All of those since 2006. They won 6 straight titles between 2013 and 2018. Then they won 3 straight titles between 2006 and 2008. They have 17 state title appearances, including 3 straight currently. And they've been in the state title game at 10 of the last 11 years. So the SaberCats have a rich football history here in Arizona. As we get back down on the field, the defender made a nice interception there as the quarterback was thrown across his body on the run. He's celebrating there with his teammates. These guys have been out here doing these drills for about an hour now. They got started with their individual drills at about 6:45, and then they started their 7-on-7s and 1-on-1s down in the opposite end zone at about 7:05. So they've been doing this for about half hour now, or 40 minutes now. And they've got about another 25 minutes left as the Scorpions take their time down on the field. Now the sun has gone down. It's a beautiful night out here, Scottsdale, Arizona. As the offense is set, defense in positions, the quarterback steps back, pump fakes a few times, throws it out to his slot receiver, deflected, and it looks like the defender came up with a pick on the ground. Really nice play there, keeping his eye on the ball. As the offense gets back set, quarterback gets the play from the coach. He steps back, drops back, fires deep to the end zone. His receiver's running away from his defender, and it's on the money. Right in the breadbasket where the receiver wants it. Beautiful throw by the quarterback from about the 45-yard line all the way to 5 yards into the end zone. Dropped it right where the receiver wanted it. Nice hands and concentration by the receiver to secure that for a touchdown for them. Receiver showing off his speed there, running right by the defender, giving his Quarterback, wide range of target to be able to find him and drop it in there for him in the end zone.
Sideline camera, you ready?
As we head down to the sideline, you can see the beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona sunset there
That's a great shot of the sunset right there.
over the football field. Wonderful wonders of Arizona. You can see sunset and football at the same time. As we head to dusk here at the Saguaro High School Stadium. So you can catch one of the other Saguaro quarterbacks getting some reps in, keeping his arm loose. As you can see, as we get later into this session 2, not too much individual activity going down on the north side of the end zone as the 7-on-7s are underway on the south side. Most of the players watching their teammates or watching the other players during their 7-minute sessions. But you can't get enough of that beautiful view of the sunset here in Scottsdale at Saguaro High School.
Press box cameras live.
As we head back up to the press box, where you can see the 7-on-7s are still underway with Desert Edge out there. As the quarterback takes the snap, looking deep to his corner route. He's got his receiver. Nice pitch and catch there. Quarterback getting props from his coaches around him. As Desert Edge gets underway with finishes up their second 7-minute segment of 7-on-7s. As Desert Mountain now takes the field. The Wolves coming out for their second chance to do their 7-on-7 time.
Sideline cameras live. He's changing it back. Swapping the battery out for the press box camera. Press box, you ready? Press box cameras live.
So we're back up to the press box after seeing another beautiful sight of that sunset. The Wolves quarterback under center, ready for the snap as the receiver comes in motion. It's an out route. The quarterback finds him on the sideline. Nice cut inside, showing off the speed. As a new set gets out there, they get set. The quarterback takes the snap, looks over the middle, finds his receiver, leaking across the middle of this field. Fits it into a tight window there with multiple defenders around him. Nice throw by the quarterback. Crisp throw into the receiver's belly. Nice firm catch by the receiver. He goes across the middle in traffic. Now on the right hash mark. Quick pass by the quarterback to a quick little stop route. Going back to his same receiver. Now the Wolves head back over to this left hash mark. Coach gives him a play. Receiver split out wide. Defense does a couple substitutions. The quarterback takes a snap. Takes one step back. Throws a little low for his receiver out here on the near side for the out route. Like to see that throw a little more towards the chest or the hands of the receiver. A little too low for the receiver to be able to go down and make that catch. But that's what this is. That's what the showcase is for these players to be able to work on stuff, work on the fundamentals, loosen their arms up. Quarterback takes the snap. He's looking deep. Comes back and finds his receiver over them. Nice little long over post route. Nice catch by the receiver there, going up and high pointing it. Nice pass deflection there by the defender on the sideline. As the coach gives the offense the play. Defense is set. Receiver goes out in motion, coming down to the bottom of the screen. Quarterback goes out to his running back, out in the flank. Nice little throw and catch. Easy rhythm throw for the quarterback and catch for the receiver. And we've got, looks like a coach with Saguaro down on the field now with Rona. Rona, take it away.
We're excited. We got another coach, Kelly. So from another team. So please, could you tell me how was your team today and how was their going? The team, were they successful or not?
I think it was very successful, man. They went out there, just had fun. I mean, this is our 15th practice of the spring, and they just went out there and had fun and showcased a lot of things that we've just been working on all spring, competing, going after the ball, finishing plays, and just doing all the things that we've been coaching and teaching through this entire spring. So it was good to see them actually come out here in front of all these coaches and players and fans, and just it was a good opportunity for them to go out there and showcase what they had to do this entire spring. So it was great.
Sounds great. Could you tell me how do you improve your team and how many hours are you working on your team every day or every week?
Me personally?
Yup, with your whole team, not your personal, with your whole team you're working.
I mean, we get them out there. I mean, about 3 to 4 hours out of the day. Some type of football activities. Our coaching staff. I mean, we're here about 16 hours a day doing what we have to do. But our players, man, they're working around the clock, even while themselves when they're at home. On the weekends, they're doing those things we need to do. But we try to give them about 3 hours out of the day in the springtime and do what we got to do from there. So, yeah.
That's great. Could you tell me who was your favorite player today that he was playing very well today?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say a favorite. I got a couple of guys that really went out there and did what they had to do. We got a couple of 2025 receivers, Mason Whitaker, Reese Rinaldi went out there and did what they got to do in that class of 25. Dejan Hitton and also Garrett Martin in that class down there with the guys. Out of that 26 lineman class, Bryce Pollard did some good things down there. Also, Jack Vanderloo down there as well, up and coming 26 guy. Phoenix Jenkins down there in that class as well. A lot of young guys in that class down there on the O-line that I think did a lot of good things. And our DBs today on the back end, Elijah Carruthers, freshman kid over there, did some good things. Darius LeMay, Kydell Stone, all those guys over there, man. I think the whole team, they did what they had to do. Keon Murray did some good things. I don't want to leave anybody out, but those are guys that did a lot of good things over there. Our quarterback Marcel Jones, Tristan, a lot of good guys over there. Just do what they had to do, but I think they just competed very well, and it was fun to see, fun to watch.
Good. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and it's really nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rona, and thank you, Coach Darius Kelly from Saguaro High School. Coach Kelly talking about a couple players that stood out to him today. A little background on Coach Kelly. He played his college ball at Syracuse University, and he was a part of the Saguaro staff last year under head coach Zach Hill. He worked with the defensive backs and the wide receivers. And then after Coach Hill's departure, Coach Kelly got promoted to head coach and will now lead the SaberCats in the next season. As we get back to the field, and Desert Mountain, the Wolves still in their time of 7-on-7 down on the field. Quarterback takes the snap, a couple steps back, looking deep, and he launches it deep. His receiver running free towards the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Nice catch into the end zone by the receiver. Beautiful throw by the quarterback. As it looks like we have another Saguaro player down on the field with Vince. Whenever he's ready, take it away.
Yep. 5.
Here with Saguaro SaberCat wide receiver Reese Rinaldi. Reese, breakout season last year, obviously culminated in a state championship at the end of the season. How's the offseason been for you guys?
The offseason's been pretty good. Every day we come out, we work hard, and our goal is to hit the target every single day. Other than that, we've had a lot of colleges come out, give us some good looks, and we've been getting some great work, and I think we're going to be pretty solid this season.
As you look top to bottom, obviously the makeup of the team changes, particularly when there's a new coaching staff. How have things been in those areas with the team coming together and gelling in the offseason?
At the beginning, it was a little rough. You know, a lot of people had doubt, and a few people left, obviously, coaches as well, players. Like I said in the beginning, it was rough. In the middle, you know, we kind of came closer, came together, and we decided as a team that we just need to fight through this, get through the adversity so we can move on to the next season. And then, obviously, towards the end, all of us are gelling together. All the coaches are coming together as a community. The culture is growing so big, and it's just been huge for us.
Pick one word that describes Coach Darius Kelly. Ready? First thing comes to mind. Ready, go.
Extraordinary.
Wow, that's big. Reese Rinaldi, wide receiver, Saguaro SaberCats. Reese, good luck. All right, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Come on over, big fella. Stand. I am here with one of my favorite guys on the team, you know, because we see eye to eye, but he's a little wider than me. He's the starting center of this SaberCat team. This is Bryce Pollard. Bryce, first of all, you reminded me the last time we spoke, you and your whole line were the players of the game at the Sal Point game, which propelled you to the state championship game. What's changed in the offseason?
Obviously new coaches, new playbook, a whole new group of linemen. All of them graduated, went up, and a couple of them left. But other than that, same old. We're grinding, learning that playbook and getting better every day.
How are you feeling with that playbook and what you see, with Coach Kelly? Obviously, he was here last year, but stepped into the big hat this year. A lot of optimism.
Yeah, Coach Danker, our offensive coordinator, he made it pretty easy on us. Starting us in slow. Coach McClure walking us through plays, making sure we know everything, and then DK just loves up on us. Make sure we're doing good, knowing our routes, correcting us when we make mistakes, and just overall bringing a good vibe to the team.
This is the most I've heard you talk like in years. You just go do your job every single game, and now you're out here and very polished. You're a very intelligent young man. There's a lot of great answers. So I'm real excited for you, for the team, for the leadership that you provide. I just wish you all the luck in the world. Bryce Pollard, starting center for the SaberCat team. Bryce, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Thanks, Vince, and thanks to the two SaberCat players who took the time to speak with us. A lot of high praise from those Saguaro players about new head coach Darius Kelly. Looks like Coach Kelly's winning over the players quickly, showing them love, as Reese said. As now Saguaro is back out on the field for their third session of their 7 minutes out there for 7-on-7. Desert Mountain just wrapped up their second session. We see the innermost receiver in motion. Quarterback takes the snap, looks deep for the corner route. On the dot. What a one-handed catch by the receiver on the sideline, getting his 2 feet in. Tippy-toeing on the sideline to keep it in bounds. Really nice catch by the receiver. Quarterback could put it in a spot where only his player could get to it. That's what you want to see out of your quarterback. Throwing the passes near the sideline like that, putting it only where his receiver can get to it. Bunch formation at the top of the screen. Quarterback goes underneath. His receiver trailing across the middle. Nice easy throw and catch there. This time the quarterback rolls out to the right, throws it downfield into his receiver's arms. Really nice throw there by the quarterback. Getting it to the end zone to his receiver. The receiver catching it on the run, not breaking a stride. This time receiver goes in motion. Quarterback rolls out to the right, looks downfield to that receiver that was in motion. The wheel route just past his outstretched arms. A lot of times there you like to see a little bit more air under the ball, give his receiver time to run underneath it. It was a good throw, just a little too far for his receiver.
All right, sounds good.
So we get ready to wrap it up here at Saguaro High School for the SaberCat Showcase. Appreciate everyone who tuned in and listened on the Varsity Sports Show. Great day for the players. to show off their skills, get a little energy out today, show off for the scouts and coaches who were here from all the different schools, D1 schools, opportunity to show off and put their name in coaches' minds. So we thank you all for listening. We hope you enjoyed. This is me and the rest of the crew here at Varsity Sports Show. I'm Douglas Santo. Thank you for listening.